First time Toby Flood has started in a World Cup match. He was first on the pitch in the warm-up. For moments like that, that's an important kick for Martin Johnson's men approaching half-time. It restores the 14-point lead.
Thanks.
There's another cracking atmosphere inside this Otago greenhouse tonight. Not quite the sellout that it was a week ago, but not far off. Foden. England looking eager. Armitage caught in two minds and caught by Machinelli. But England are starting to draw more and more penalties from a Georgian side that are perhaps tiring.
Well, I think there the Georgian defensive line moving up from the kick was a little bit narrow, and England have taken advantage of that, not for the first time this evening. Not afraid to play away from their own half. Dylan Armitage carried strongly this evening. And the good thing for me, seeing there, the outside backs clearing wide rucks, looking after the ball, not giving easy turnovers.
It's fine.
Oof. Too much from Hartley. And England will be relieved that the Georgians knocked on, although it is Georgia who will have possession. Again, another busy night from Dylan Armitage. Keeps his place in the team with Mark Cueto's back. Still not sound enough to be fully road tested. There will be no rush to rush Cueto back, though, with Armitage playing the way he is at the moment.
Crouch. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Hang it. Ball straight through. Sam again. Sam again. Ball straight through.
You don't see that very often. Ball thrown from one side to the other. The craziest of crazy golf holes.
Goes back to the old saying about, was that ball straight? Used to feeding. In the old days when you're supposed to put the ball down straight down the toe, and actually the hooker is called that for a reason, because he's supposed to hook it back with his foot. A good pressure from England in that scrum, going forward, getting their power on. Dan Cole and company.
That time the hooker, Greg Vadza, did his job, and Matt Stevens wasn't
just asked you to take the bind.
holding on to his opponent's shirt properly.
No bind, I think he'd already asked him. Disappointing though, great pressure from England there, particularly from the tight head side. It's something which I often think about. Look at these skin-tight shirts and getting a bind. It's not easy sometimes, the ferocity of a scrum. Can't see it from this angle. Matt Stevens penalised for his bind. Georgia now with an opportunity in England's 22. Can they get something else just going into half-time?
Greg Vadza with the throw. This time it does work. Taken by Chaidza.
Roll out. Last line.
Final 90 seconds. And what has been a full-throated first half of rugby. Gorgodze adds his weight. Mazoradze finds Zedganidze. Mazoradze, ball away to Kvirikashvili. Mazoradze, ball away to Kvirikashvili. Neat, very neat. This is Machinelli. So nearly scored at the start of the half. Moments of anxiety for England, and Georgia have the penalty. They might have much, much more. Chaidza just held up. No, we'll come back for the penalty.
Number 2.
Dylan Hartley's going to have a little word with Kaplan. Oh, it's
2. 7 and 2.
Always worry when a referee moves his right hand towards the pocket.
Put his hands in a couple of times.
And Hartley plays that move once too often. And he'll be off for the best part of 10 minutes at the start of the second half.
Well, I think a disappointing thing there is Jonathan Kaplan, to his credit, is talking. He's saying on the refereeing lead, no hands, no hands.
Yeah, get him on.
You've got to listen and react and show willing to the referee. Just made it so easy. Now suddenly, England staring down the barrel of 10 minutes of their hooker in the sin bin.
Second time in a week that's happened. Remember, Dan Cole suffering a similar fate around half-time against Argentina.
It's just so frustrating. The England camp talk about it all the time, our discipline, our discipline. Jonathan Kaplan's trying to help. It's unacceptable at this level to be continually penalised and put your team under pressure for no reason.
And because it's a scrum, Steve Thompson needs to come on, which means that Tom Wood, it looks, is the player being sacrificed in the back row. England will have a 7-man scrum. Delay, by the way, was because Irakli Machinelli doesn't look too well. And he is the third Georgian who's heading off before half-time. Sad way for his evening to end.
Crouch.
Sad way to conclude his 50th cap.
Pause. Engage.
This, you assume, will be the last moment of the first half. England having to defend right on half-time, and they're struggling. Basilaya is up to the line. Georgia think, and most here in the stadium think, that Basilaya has scored just before the break.
Not to go with this try.
Going to get the view of Sean Veltsman, though, a South African who's looking after these things for us this evening.
Okay.
That's a try. That makes things interesting at the start of the second half. And very few would begrudge Georgia their moment of glory. The rising star of Georgian rugby,
Jonathan,
Dimitri Basilaya.
No reason for you not
I think
to
we know,
understand.
and Kaplan's about to know,
Yes.
that he scored a try. He's been ploughing around in the lower divisions of French rugby for a while now, but Agen has seen what he can offer. And now, sadly for England's defence, so have they. That was the final act of fascinating first half. There's the score. Lawrence Dallaglio, Sean Fitzpatrick and Francois Pienaar all readying themselves to reflect on the first 40 in here in Dunedin. Half-time, England 17, Georgia 10.